Monday, 420 day for you potheads out there. Happy 420. Yeah, man, it's April 20th, man, 2026. And great weekend, sad weekend, happy weekend, mad weekend, all the above, but we'll get into it. How's my main man and co-host doing today, man? What's going on with your pigs?
Yeah, I'm doing well. April 20th. I didn't actually know that until you mentioned it. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, there's always a lot of memes on Facebook, 420 memes. So you know how that goes. You know how that goes. I swear this is going to drive me absolutely bad crazy. But yeah, we got a packed show today, ladies and gentlemen. Packed show. Let's see. The draft, man. The draft is up. Trying to think, man. I was supposed to be going to the draft, but we got ceremonies and so forth for the last week of gymnastics. So the wife will be heading to Minneapolis, and I will be here in Austin with the boys. So before I go into it any further, shout out to my GGs, my Gopher girlies. Unfortunately, I heard they got the major shaft in terms of viewing from ESPN, apparently. It's a big stink. Fortunately for me, I was there. I didn't have to, kind of deal with that aspect of it, if you will. And
you're saying ESPN didn't put it on the platform that it was supposed to?
Well, they didn't give our girls the same play as all the three other teams. Yes, by a very, very noticeable large amount. So noticeable that it's all over social media. It was that bad.
Some ESPN controversies.
It's gonna be a problem, guaranteed. So, unfortunately for you guys, you didn't get to see our girls. They did great. First Final Four of all time in Minnesota. Coach Jimmy, shout out to you. Cheers. What a hell of a season. It literally was the Cinderella story. I mean, you had 1, 2, 3, and 14 against each other. And we didn't back down, man. We didn't back down. We only came in fourth place by 1/10 of a point. And that's behind LSU. We came behind LSU by 1/10 of a point. So, I mean, hey, I'm happy for them. I'm proud of them. They did really, really well, and I can assure you, it's not the last. It's not the last of the Gopher girlies, man. They've had a taste of it now, and it's on and cracking. That's the new standard now moving forward. So yeah,
that's pretty wild how small a margin the scores are settled by in that sport. I really didn't understand it, and then looking into it a bit, that's quite something to wrap your head around how close it comes.
It absolutely is. You are 100% correct. People don't get that a half a point is almost a blowout. It's like a blowout. It's so
ultra narrow.
It's hard to come back from. Like, most wins are by a couple of tenths of a point max. It's very, very close. I really enjoy it. I think it's going to catch on. I believe they just started this whole bracket thing. I could be totally wrong. They've been doing this for 30 years for all I know. But I think the format might have changed recently because, it's obviously you have the ability to bet on this stuff. FanDuel, Hard Rock, all of those particular apps that you can use for gambling. So it's changing the game, man, and it's a lot of fun. It's definitely not what people think. Usually when I bring somebody to a gymnastics meet for the first time, they are just shocked and floored and can't wait to go to the next one because it's very entertaining. Very entertaining. So one more last shout out to my girls. Y'all did good. Yeah, it hurts.
When you're there live, Turf, the crowd energy, is it unlike other sporting events? It's kind of got its own
Yeah.
kind of vibe.
The honest truth and the answer to this question is it definitely has its own vibe, and to be honest, a lot of it is the Golden Gopher Bands. We are by far, like, I mean, I don't even think it's remotely close. The loudest, most wild group, you know, per capita, if you will. We travel extremely well. Rarely does a kid not have at least one parent, right? And as you know, I'm the one that's always there for the most part in my uniform, if you haven't seen. Yeah, but it's electric, man. It really is. And we get after it, the girls get after it, and they feed off of our energy.
That's cool to hear, because I think that you know, the grassroots movements that back a sports team, that's really what catches on and goes beyond just the team into the more national setting. And ESPN in some regards missed an opportunity to not just capture the sport itself, but the fans observing the sport, showing reactions to performances, and giving like something for other people to judge how to engage with the sport, because of frame of reference.
Yep, absolutely, man. I mean, it's only getting bigger. We're only getting better. Yeah, I cannot wait to see what comes for those girls next year. Got a lot of good recruits coming in. We are losing 7 girls, 7 on teams anyway, so that's going to be tough to replace.
But momentum for the next iteration to build on, as you said.
Correct. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. All right, so hey, let's just dive right on in, man. We got a few people here, man. So might as well start out with the chat. Lives Matter, man. Shout out to Jay Pep. Jay Pepper's in the building. We got Jessica in the building. We have Frank Marquez in the building. Shout out to Frank. We have our guy Apocalypse in the building. Big up, fellas. Appreciate you for coming through, man. I hope you enjoy the show. And as always, hey, they support us. Look at those Gopher girlies. Look at those Gopher girlies. We got Gopher girlies in the building. We got Factory Lab duck boots. I actually like those boots. I don't know how this stuff got in here, but hey, it's working. It's working. We got our Gopher girlies still up in the building. And last but not least, the Ultimate Raider brand. That's new. I don't know where this stuff came from. So.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah. You can show images now.
Yeah, it's brand new. Yep. Brand new. Which one is this one? Go with the engine. That is engine. Yeah, man, that is cool. That is pretty interesting. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at TikTok. TikTok always likes to send me weird stuff.
What's this pinned post icon?
Yeah,
you keep cycling through images. Oh.
Yeah, it's mine. I don't know where it comes from, but we'll take it. Hi, hey, just joined the building. Shout out to Hi, hey. But yeah, man, let's dive right on in, bro. Let me see. I do have a little bit of something that I had scheduled for us, if I can figure it out.
I guess just kind of setting the tone of the time and place. It's perhaps the biggest draft in memory. Like I've seen a lot of drafts.
Yeah, for us, absolutely. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it got hot in here real quick for a hot second. I had to turn the fan on. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a huge draft. I see this being a game changer for us if it goes the way that we all want it to. I'm sorry. I don't think our front office really necessarily wants the Cuban. I said it. I think if they actually really are getting phone calls, which I think is BS, I'm not gonna lie, I don't believe that either. But if they are getting calls, yep, absolute.
So you said there's some, maybe the front office isn't totally aligned. Is that what you're?
I don't think he's a lot for number one. I think they would absolutely take a package for him. And I think they take a package a little bit smaller than people would expect. Yeah. Yeah. I think once
well, what's the minimum? The bare minimum that
two first. You gotta get
two firsts, and then everything else beyond that is kind of within reason.
Right. But I think two firsts, get this first this year and first next year. I see a deal happening.
To drop back to, say, with the Jets type deal?
Jets, yeah, that would be sweet. Man, that would be sweet. That's the problem, though, that I have because, that's the leverage we have because the Jets understand that there are other teams that potentially could pull up, right? And they don't want to risk that, hence why they're willing to jump from 2 to 1. And take this kid and give us... And
potentially pay a little more than market value if there's other teams in the mix.
Ransom.
Yeah, there's a few teams that come to mind, but it's really the Jets that would be the desirable trade partner for the Raiders.
Yes, and there's growing chatter, ladies and gentlemen. He is not a slam dunk. Just saying that. The debate is still shifting back and forth, man. It would have been crazy for the Raiders to play their cards too early and just automatically, say, yeah, for sure, we're drafting. He's not that kind of guy. That's the other thing. I mean, he's not a game-changing quarterback. So,
yeah. Yeah, we did discuss in previous shows whether he was deserving of the number one spot, and for the purposes of making a trade, we certainly have to present it as such that he is the number one guy in order to get the fair value in return.
Exactly.
The tricky part is that, like we've already also established, that I think he's realistically not the number one guy in most drafts. Maybe in this year you could make the argument because there's not that many top clear and obvious guys. So right. It's kind of a little gray, the big board type deal. But yeah, if you could scoop a pick in the next class, that would certainly make it a little more lucrative for us.
Right. No, I agree, man. All I can say is this is not a guarantee. You know what I mean? Almost every mock draft that people have put him as being first, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's a lot. I think that if they can get 2 firsts, and even just 2 firsts, I know that sounds a little wild, but I just have a gut feeling that these guys know better. I don't know. It's wishful thinking, I guess. We want to trade back so bad, but for obvious, great, honest reasons. Like, even if the kid was a game changer, you still have to think about it because we have so many holes to fill. You know what I mean? So it's gotta be discussed.
A lot of my standpoint is I have a lot of belief in the guys in these classes. These are the end of the COVID years, and so it's kind of a rare opportunity to dip into a talent pool that isn't going to be seen again. So if we really trust our scouts to earn their keep in the organization, we should trust them in making other picks throughout every single round.
Right. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree, man. I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, some say the plan is clear, right? Build around the rookie quarterback, right? Just got the offensive line anchor, our center, right? For the next foreseeable future. Picked up a wide receiver, right? I mean, I'm wearing the great Tim Brown today. Shout out to Tim.
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
Right? Even though he doesn't. Yeah, I shout out to him because I do believe we potentially get not a Tim Brown wide receiver, but I do believe we have a shot at getting a potential number 1 wide receiver out of this draft in the second round. Hint, hint, which is I'm already kind of playing my hand, if you will, in terms of where we're going tonight.
Yeah, there's certainly some nice wide receivers with upside in this class, which isn't every class, so you gotta be excited about it if there's the need.
Right. And then that's the other question. I mean, you go about this draft and you do draft them. They're clearly sick. But is there any kind of a chance that he beats out Kirk Cousins and potentially starts? What are your thoughts? What do you think?
Realistically, I don't think so. I think Kirk has said the right things in terms of opening the door to potentially a rookie coming in and challenging him for a spot and being okay with the best guy getting the starts. But realistically, we've paid Kirk, although not a huge sum, we paid him enough to show that that's who we're putting our weight behind. So he's got the inside lane, basically.
No, I agree. Kirk shouldn't care who's drafted. He knows he's at the end of the rope, right? Kirk's what, late 30s? Yeah, he's late 30s, man. So
he's developed a nice NFL legacy as well. Like this final stop, potentially he can really put a nice little stamp on his career and make it perhaps even a bigger legacy.
If he gets 2 years out of it, he very well possibly could, bottom out into the top 10 of all time in terms of stats. He has the ability to do that.
He's squeezed a ton of value out of all the cards that he was dealt.
100%. I agree. So yeah, I mean, shout out to Kirk, man. I'm not mad at it. I know there are some Raiders that are completely pissed. You're never gonna.
And initially, I wasn't that happy because there was other quarterbacks that I was interested in signing as vets. But initially, I really wanted to go more drafting multiple quarterbacks, as we had discussed previously. But Kirk, I like the fact that Atlanta's handling some of the salary, so there's the silver lining there that gives us roster flexibility.
Yeah, he's basically for free. I'm excited. We're paying nothing. We're getting a rookie. And regardless, if we trade back, I mean, we're still getting a rookie quarterback. I think people need to understand. And one of the things is I do believe that Ty Simpson is going to get picked up in the first round and somebody's going to go get him. I think so. I think him and Mendoza are the two quarterbacks that get drafted in the first round this year. That's it.
I believe it. The fifth-year option is too lucrative. A team will trade into the back end if it comes down to the wire.
And I think it'll be a team that we least expect. Someone like the Jets. See, that's the thing. I think the Jets have the ability to do that. Just keep their second pick somebody great, and trade back, right? And then go get a Ty Simpson or not even trade and just get the quarterback they want if he's not available. That's in this draft and move forward.
Yeah, they've got the draft assets to give them the flexibility to do those kind of moves.
They absolutely do after shedding the whole team, at least the defensive side, with two of the biggest players they had.
Yeah, the true rebuild right now for them.
Yeah, big time rebuild. I never understood getting rid of Sauce. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't understand that part. That was the big one.
Yeah.
Why does this don't come around the league like that?
Yeah, even Aaron Rodgers was on record saying that he didn't understand it. So clearly, a lot of things were done there that in that organization that were not building a winner.
Yep. Absolutely, man. And I'm not jumping around, but I mean, we'll dibble and dabble. Defense, man, defense and trenches. We still got a major focus there. There were a few moves, right, in the NFL. I do know one of the big guys went, right, the Giants.
Yeah, yeah.
Michael went
Dexter Lawrence, was it?
Dexter Lawrence. Where'd he go? He went to. Where did he go?
I'm not sure. I think at this point he's just demanded a trade, or
Nah, he's
he's
Bengal.
out.
He's a Bengal.
Oh, Bengal, right,
He's a
right.
Bengal. Shout out to the Bengals. He's a Bengal.
That's big. That's a big move.
That is huge. That is huge for first round picking.
I heard Crosby speaking on Dexter Lawrence and had a lot of positive things to say about how his play, his disruptive play, benefits the rest of the players on the line, and how it's very underappreciated by the media, the kind of impact those types of players have on the game.
Yep. Apocalypse 4234. They ain't moving. A great man named Apollo Creed, number 49, once said, "There is no tomorrow, man." I like it. Yeah, and this is franchise altering. You are 100% correct, my man. It's a game changer, and that's why I hope we prepare for this accordingly. I mean, we literally can turn this team around overnight. Instead of looking at 3 to 5 years, we can be looking at 1 to 2 years. That's the significance of this draft. Yeah,
I agree. The NFL is certainly not what it used to be. Things move at light speed these days.
Correct, sir. Correct. So, I don't know. I mean, we definitely need a big boy in the middle. Pause. So we got to figure that out. And that's why I start to falter, because do I go big guy? Do I go wide receiver weapon? Right?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of misdirection leading up to the draft, where I think teams are purposefully overstating their interest in certain players and position groups in order to perhaps fake out other teams. But I think one of these misdirections might be in the nose tackle position. I think the depth of that position has perhaps been a little oversold. Guys like Lee Hunter, guys like Big Citrus, even guys who I like, Dante Corleone, like they certainly have a lot of pros and cons. Like they're not all upside. Whereas a guy like Caden McDonald, I view as much more across the board upside. But there's a huge gap between him and the following nose tackles.
Right.
And the media has played a role in creating that perception.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a total of 10 picks, man. We have number 1, 36, 67, 102, 117, 134, 175, 185, 208, and 219. That's what we have. And I'll read a little snippet here, because we are looking for secondary, obviously. And you're not comfortable with what we currently have right now at safety. So it says, we are looking to add a safety to this group, and with only 3 safeties on the roster, General Manager Spytech anticipates the Raiders using the draft to add depth at this position. He believes this year's draft has a good collection of safeties to improve the group, which currently consists of Jeremy Chin, Isaiah Palmao, and Tristan McCollum. I don't know where McCollum came from. Where'd he come from?
He's got to be a practice squad guy, but
I was going to say, I don't recall him being on the squad at all last year. I don't remember that name.
But I do believe Spytech is speaking the truth when he is crediting the safety classes being pretty deep through multiple rounds and having guys that can make an impact on the roster.
Absolutely. 100%. I agree. They definitely have it. Among the names for the Raiders to consider at safety, Kamari Ramsey, USC, Gerald Clark, TCU, and A.J. Harley, LSU. Ramsey visited Vegas on Monday. So from top to bottom, there's some guys that you expect to go in the first round and all the way through day 3. There's some quality players there. Spytech says it's something we've got to attack, and I'm glad this class looks the way it does. I think he's spot on. Yeah, Spytech, you are right. This is why it's so important to trade back, get picks for the top 3 rounds. You can literally transform this team overnight. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that the more dart throws we have, the more opportunities we'll have to get to that winning football stage that we want to be at for long-term longevity. If we're able to pick up 2 safeties potentially, I think that'll make a huge difference for our roster. Because there's a number of guys in here in this class with kind of specialty roles, whether that be in the kind of the slot as a big nickel safety or a deep free ranging safety. We kind of need both of those guys, so picking up 2 would be pretty ideal, and getting extra picks would go a long way to help us have that flexibility.
Right. No, I agree. A week ago, the Raiders scheduled a visit with cornerback Chris Johnson from San Diego State. Johnson, a 2-year starter for the Aztecs, was named the Mountain West Co-Defensive Player of the Year after collecting 49 tackles, a sack, 9 pass breakups, and 4 INTs, including 2 returns for a touchdown. Wow. We did sign Stokes, and we did trade for Teron Johnson, obviously. We still need a cornerback. Darian Porter started in 10 games, has some upside, but I don't see that being anything, that we can hang our hat on right now. And then what's left, right? We got Greedy Vance, DeCambrian Richardson, and this kid I've never heard of, and I can't pronounce his name, Chigozie and Nusian. Yeah, they all played about 100 snaps max. I don't see our cornerback situation being fair this year so far. It's gonna be tough to get every hole, right? Pause. Phil. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, right? Like, think about it. There are top 3 rounds is where you're gonna get it, and this is where the trade is it's instrumental, guys, because if you can get 2 more picks in the top 3 rounds, it's 5 guys in the top 3 rounds, man. That's a game changer. Because if they all hit.
Yeah, and the big asterisk being is there's so many older players in this class that are basically free agents. Like the perfect example being like Akeem Mesidor. That guy is NFL ready and at the box, built like an NFL player. So
all day.
That's just you didn't have that in previous draft classes. That's unique to these COVID draft classes.
Right. No,
and Chris Johnson, he's an interesting cornerback, kind of untested against competition at a higher level, and that's what everyone says. And that's probably why they wanted to bring him in for a more personal visit, is to really try and get an insider's perspective into the potential this player has.
Yeah. I mean, everyone knows I have a soft spot for San Diego State. Shout out San Diego State. Coming through, let your boy know. Yep. You got a full ride, but who wants to go behind Marshall Faulk, man? Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that. Yeah, I graduated high school in 93. I think Marshall Faulk was done in 93 or 94 at San Diego State. And I'm just telling you, that's a running back's worst nightmare, to go to a place like that after him. I mean, don't get me wrong, somebody did it. They absolutely did it, but I didn't have the nuts to do that. I'm not going to even sit here and act like I know. Absolutely not. Turf is not about to get that easy. So, but I do got a soft spot for them. They produced, man. San Diego State's produced some great athletes, man. Brian A. Scott, He played in the league for some years. There's quite a few guys. You know what? Now, yeah, I'm getting on my high horse, man.
And I think cornerback's a position that often you pull guys from perhaps not versing the highest tiers of competition, but show traits or elite kind of skills that have translatability.
Yep. Well, yeah, there's plenty of guys, man. Plenty of guys that came from San Diego State, man. You'd be shocked. You'd be very shocked. Yeah, you got guys, Azir Hakim. I forgot about him. Super Bowl champ with the Rams. I forgot about him. Obviously, Marshall Falk. Leroy Glover, Pro Bowler. Kurt Morrison, linebacker, longtime NFL player. I mean, yeah, it's San Diego State's a squad, bro. You know, we're echelon, but they're a squad. That's
an interesting call out, the Kirk Morrison one, because he's quite active in our organization still. Like his voice matters.
Absolutely, 100%. He was a big part of. He is a big part of Raider Nation. For sure, man. I agree. So there you have it, man. I mean, we got a lot of picks. We got a lot of stuff that can go down. But I don't know. This draft, I'm sad I can't go to it. Shout out to TR. Myra, First Lady, 805. Everybody's, well, not everybody, but, you know, a lot of people are going. I know Cheeto is going to Vegas. Apparently Vegas is having a party, of course. And, Cheeto got invited to the actual party for the Raiders.
Oh, sick.
Yes. So he's going. He's trying to bring Rundown. That will be awesome. Great content. I'm sure great times. I would love to do either one of those, but Turf isn't rich enough to just grab 3 flights for me and my boys. And, last minute. And there's no driving, right? I'd do it in a heartbeat if I could. I'd drive in a heartbeat. 10, 12 hours I would drive. I would, but anything past that you can't do.
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes a toll after 5, 6, 7 hours.
At some point, yeah. At some point, you gotta call it. But yeah, man. I mean, I already know your answer for team offers a haul. I mean, even if it's not a haul.
Yeah, you mean for the first pick specifically? Yeah. I think I'd be willing to go back even outside the top 10. The players who I really want to target are kind of in that around 15-ish range. Guys with huge, massive upside, like Hall of Fame potential. Like that's kind of what I'm looking at when I trade back and pick up multiple first-round picks.
Now, I guess a question that no one's answering. I mean, is Mendoza a franchise quarterback?
I mean, the comp he keeps getting from a lot of people is he's kind of potentially a Kirk Morrison, potentially a Jared Goff. So the ideal situation for him is that he has an awesome team and that his contract doesn't cost a debilitating amount to the GM's ability to build a roster around him. So as long as Mendoza is willing to sign team-friendly deals, then I think this could work out. But it just depends on what his agenda is, basically. Like if he's willing to take the short-term loss potentially at the big payoff of having a legacy to profit off of, that would be pretty ideal for us. But that's a hard negotiation.
Very.
The Tom Brady negotiation.
Yeah, I agree. Very, very hard negotiation. Now, I wonder, man. Do you think there will be an uproar if they don't draft him?
Oh yeah, I think there would be. Yeah.
You think there's going to be a problem, right?
Oh yeah. The main angle is that it's just too easy to put everything he does under the microscope after making that trade, whereby the media would constantly be reminding Raiders Nation that they traded him. So anything good he does is just like blasted across our media. That would cause uproar.
Complete uproar. I don't think the Raiders can win. I mean, well, they have to draft him. If
Yeah,
they don't
right.
draft him, this isn't a car situation. This isn't a 50-50. I think it's way closer to 70-30. I think everyone wants to draft the Cuban.
Yeah, we said as far as an organization goes, we're between a rock and a hard place. We're pretty much drafting him because that's the only way forward.
That's it. That's all we got. There is nobody else of value. Seeing that's the key. Number one, that's something I can say.
Yeah, playing the draft game.
Yeah, I'm confident in saying there's no one person that you're like, dude, please. Like this, 100% shoe in. Like, he is NFL Player of the Year, man. Gold jacket. No.
I've got a hypothetical that I want to pitch to you real quick that maybe puts things into perspective. Let's theorize just for a second that a guy like Jordan Tyson has 0 injury issues. Would he challenge for the number 1 spot?
No.
Even with like no soft tissue problems?
Jeremiah Smith, yes.
He just doesn't have the strength and physicality.
It's the size. It's that knock. But a Jeremiah Smith, yes.
Bigger, stronger. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everything. I mean, he is the new standard in terms of immediate superstar. There's no way he's not out of the box. And I don't care what quarterback you have, they're going to find a way to give him the ball. That's how I look at Mr. Smith coming out.
Like an auto number 1 pick for most teams.
Jeremiah Love is another one. Hey, and y'all know I don't use that. We're talking running backs. They're a dime a dozen today, but he's a special running back. Jeremiah Love is a special running back.
Yeah, if a playoff team could get their hands on him, they would have a huge advantage going into the meaningful games.
That you're talking that every down back, top to bottom, he's never coming out of the game. Never.
Is that a player a team will trade up for? It's just not in the cards for running backs.
No, he's going in the top 5.
Oh, you're confident in his draft spot?
I think he will go in the top 5. Somebody, I don't know who needs a running back like him. You're right. I haven't done that analysis. I haven't looked at right across the league. And like you said, it's going to be a team where, yeah, they see it immediately. Like, dude, that's it. Like, we get him, it opens everything else up on this offense, and it's game over. I can't even begin to start to think of those teams, right? It's, we got a long show. But yeah, that's where, man, somebody I think is going to absolutely find a way to get a steal. That's my thoughts. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what they trade. I don't know what they do.
The team that in the past had stood out to me was Washington, just as a team that was in the playoffs not that long ago.
Man, if Washington got him along with what they already have, did they get that whole McMillan thing cleared up, or is he still?
I'm not certain.
Yeah, I don't know if he just got franchised or they just, gave him a little bit of money to shut up. I don't know what happened there. But, yeah, get Jaden Daniels some more weapons right there at that position. Yeah, that's speaking. That's giving, as they say this day and age. Right,
that certainly would be drawing a lot of eyes to watch those games.
100%. Pete Story in the building on Instagram. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Yeah. Hold on, I'm checking the stats now. I haven't been paying attention to no stats. I hope I have this. Oh, why is this on? Is that what's happening to me? Hold on. Wow. This is.
What's the discovery?
It's not good. I don't know what. So I did set this up using a different computer. And it did not. It doesn't look like it went well. You notice I had 4 channels. I had 4 links instead of 2.
Oh, right.
So the ones I was marketing with my luck are the ones that I had to delete.
Oh no.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what stings. I actually can check that out. I can see what I pushed out to Facebook.
Has there been any content leading up to this draft by anybody in particular who you've kind of gravitated towards or kind of stood out to you?
That's a good question.
There's one guy in mind for myself. That's Steve Smith. He's been putting out a lot of videos recently, obviously on wide receivers as of late, but I've enjoyed his insights.
Yeah, I'm a Steve Smith fan. Always have been. He's the definition of little man's disease.
Yeah. Well, he embraces it at this point. That's kind of his brand.
That's his thing. And
he was on with Mike Mayock recently. He had a whole feature with him. Interview.
Mike Mayock.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see. Very candid conversation, like off the cuff.
Right. Yeah, that would be interesting to hear. I might have to circle back and find that. Let me see if I can look. So this one is live. I did a whole lot of sharing. Oh my God. Let me check this real quick. I can't believe the season is over, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You know who he really liked and had a good video on was Jermaine Bernard, the Alabama wide receiver, who we drafted in our last mock. Steve Smith was pretty high on him.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. I don't know. It looks like it's working. I don't know. It looks like it's working. I don't know. But I have to figure out what is going on when I use my Mac as opposed to my Windows laptop to create the links, which is so weird because it's the same service. There's a theory already that all of this stuff is a game, if you will, and whoever pays YouTube the most.
Well, yeah,
that gets the views.
That's how it works everywhere else in the economies and markets. Is
right. So
money talks.
Yeah, right. Luckily for us, we don't care about it like that, right? We just love talking ball, man. Our team, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Hey, I value like who's watching and having an opinion. So like. I don't know, if a guy like Tim Brown ever were to watch any of this content, that would make everything like a dream type deal.
I agree, and that I agree with. I would absolutely be head over heels if any of those guys listen to our content on any kind of basis.
Yeah, they could disagree, like whatever. Yeah, I'd be thrilled.
Yes, me and you both, buddy. Me and you both. Yeah, interesting. So, hey, we already in an hour. I think it's time to just start diving in.
Hell yeah.
We got our mock. Yeah, let's just get this mock thing going. because we're going to do 2 tonight for sure. First one, we're absolutely drafting Mendoza.
Yeah, the standard.
We're going to draft him. It is what it is. Be mad if you'd like. Got some housekeeping to do here. Looks like everything is good there except for I'm gonna have to change chat overlay frame. We're gonna put it here. It's like, what is going on? I can slide, slip and slide over here, over there, everywhere. All right, we got that rolling. I don't care about the vertical because the vertical is totally fine. Everybody can see, right? Everybody's good. We are going to pick the Las Vegas Raiders. We are going 7. We are going fast. We are entering the draft. I'm not even going to look at them, bro. I'm just going to reject them all. I don't even care. Fernando Mendoza. Welcome to Las Vegas. You're already
Ooh. Okay.
Now, this is an interesting trade. I'm not going to lie. This is an interesting trade.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that's interesting how it fell. I guess a lot of the expected guys were taken, but at least one guy fell.
Right. And let's see what the other one is. 36-45 and 80.
That's pretty decent.
That is very, very decent. But let's see what we have right now. We are at 36. We need a defensive tackle. We need a cornerback. We need a guard. Wow, we need a safety. Like, I don't know if I'm comfortable trading out of here.
Yeah, I like all these players. At this particular position, I'm probably leaning towards positional value. So either the defensive tackle or guard.
It's got to be, and that's where I was headed to. I don't care about the res or any of that. Look at those power and play strength numbers.
I like Miller a lot. I don't think he can play the nose tackle, but I think he's a high enough level player that you still justify it.
No, you hit it on the head. That's our problem because he's 6'3", 321, but is he going to be able to really, hunker down the middle? That's a great question.
Yeah, he's a really good athlete. His movement is exceptional. He just isn't notable for his anchor being elite compared to a Caden McDonald or a Hunter or an Orange or any of those guys. Yeah. But he's someone that I would still select as a 3-4 defensive end potentially because he has the movement for it.
And then you got Avion Terrell, right?
Yeah. Oh, you selected him.
I didn't mean to do that.
Avion Terrell.
I didn't mean to do that. I screwed up.
Oh, you don't need a cornerback.
Do they have a rewind button?
No, there's no rewind.
Wait, restart, undo pick.
Oh, wow. That's a feature I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Undo pick? Does it do anything?
Undo pick. It didn't work.
Oh, it just undoes one pick at a time? Maybe?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to go back because that was that was not what I wanted.
Oh, Christian Miller lasted all the way to 41. That was wild.
Resume.
Oh, Chris Bell went. Okay, so we got CJ Allen on the table now.
Oh, wow.
I think I would still lean towards Miller. Or the guard.
Really? See, I wasn't really thinking that. I was not sure. So what switched up for this?
The linebacker and Chris Bell.
Chris Bell and the linebacker. Wow. their quarterback a weapon. You're gung ho. I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gung ho. I could see myself
On the guard.
Yes.
I like Chase
I
Bisontis.
do too, and that's why I'm like, man, I'm not so quick for that defensive tackle. I like this kid more.
Yeah, he's justifiable. The reason that I might not pick him is just because I like a lot of the other offensive linemen as compared to the defensive tackles. I think the defensive tackles as a class is a lot weaker than the guards, but I think to protect our asset, it's justifiable. Like, because we invested in Fernando Mendoza, we gotta help him out.
I agree. Hey, we have a safety too.
Yeah, I still lean towards positional value, and guard and tackles the highest. It's a coin flip for me, so whichever you feel is.
And this is where we have our. This is the first time. Yeah, this is the first time we have our dilemma, bro. Shout out to Turf32 Pigspigs. This is a dilemma. I don't know if I want to give you this tackle. Not for the type, the guard that's there.
Go for the guard. I think as we've established, our nose tackle is not Christian Miller, and that's what we need.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what we need as far as a piece if we're going to take that. So
that's correct.
So you good with
Chase Bisontis?
Bisontis, my bad. Chase Bisontis. Welcome home, Will Raider. I like it. Yeah, I like that pick.
And a lot of the guards went, so that works.
Did work, right? Yeah, because they know. Nah, I don't want to see any of these, really. 67 and 70, I don't want any of these, right? We reject. Immediately, effectively reject. All right, we got 67. Antonio Williams. I'll be honest.
We got Kamari Ramsey on the board as well.
Yes.
And Keontae Scott, he's a dog, and Skylar Bell, he's pretty undervalued. Armason Thomas has got upside. This is a good position of the draft, is that top of the third.
I agree. It's a honey hole. This is a honey hole. What do you do here?
I just, for mixing it up sake, I would either go Keontae Scott or I don't know, maybe a Ramsey, or I like Skylar Bell. I'm kind of biased, but of these guys, either Keontae Scott or Bell or something.
You have to pick it this time, because
I'll go Bell, because I think because we picked a Fernando Mendoza, we should go with a high potential wideout.
A guy. Skylar Bell. Welcome to Las Vegas. All right, we got one trade. One from 102 to 116. It's not too bad. I don't like it.
Yeah, there's some good guys on the board, so pass on that.
Yep. All right. We are at 102. We have a guard and a wide receiver. I think we absolutely have to look at.
I think that DT is potentially a nose tackle as well.
Jackson Jr., that's where I was looking. Pittsburgh is on the same page with me. 6'5", 315.
Yeah.
Right in the butt.
Maybe not a nose tackle, but yeah. For his height, that is light.
Right in the butt. Wow, look at those numbers, though, bro.
That play strength is nice.
Solid score, play strength, power, motor. I don't know if I've seen much better than this. And it's a need. It's an absolute need.
Yeah, more than running back and wide receiver at this point.
100%.
Maybe we could scroll down a little just to see who else is in that range.
Clark.
I like Clark. I just think he's really light. It's hard to see how he translates.
Correct.
And I like World as a
Hezekiah, I
offensive
like.
tackle.
Yeah,
Massis,
yeah, I
Hezekiah.
like it. Let me make sure I'm. Yep. No. Why
Yeah.
is this Raz a 3? That doesn't look right.
It's rough.
Yeah, it
Where's
doesn't
the?
look right. How do you have a Raz?
What's his
And
40
you
time?
got boss. What is it?
I think his 40 time might not be that great.
Yeah, this doesn't. It doesn't make sense though. In anything. Anywho, I don't know what we do here, other than the.
I think the defensive tackle probably is overlapping the value and need and all this sort of thing. Even though he's not really one of my top guys, I think he would help the defense a lot.
I agree. Darnell Jackson. Welcome to Las Vegas. You got to remember too, we were forced to pick a wild quarterback at the first round, so this is another reason why I'm like, All right. Hezekiah.
Okay, yeah, we could roll with a cornerback.
Hey, you got Chandler Rivers.
Yeah.
I
5'9".
don't know much. I don't know much about him.
He's very small.
That's a slot guy.
There are some other cornerbacks who I like who fall beyond here, like Charlie Demings and otherwise. Who's still available?
Yep.
Yeah. Devin Moore I also like a lot. He had an injury concern that's kind of tanked his value, but he's really high upside.
Right. Oh, he's a good kid.
Yeah, 6'3", 200 pounds,
Yeah, he's a
basically.
good kid. He's playing corner. Yep.
I would actually say that the injury upside cornerback at this position. I like Isaiah World as well, the tackle.
Yes.
I'm not sure how he fits into the wide zone running scheme, but I know he's quite athletic for his height, which is obviously he's giant.
And he's light in the butt though. That's the problem.
Which
That's
works
right.
for the wide zone, like if he's able to move.
Correct. No, I agree. What did we say we were doing? What do you want to do?
I would go either World or Demings, Charlie Demings. I would say World feels like the more unique athlete who can be molded into potentially a starting tackle, which
Correct.
is obviously super high value in any
Yep.
any
Let's
pick.
do it. Isaiah
All right.
World, I'm looking for you to take over. Colt Miller.
Yeah.
Welcome to Las Vegas. All right, so we got 134 to 140 and 199. Now this is entertaining. I would do this deal.
Oh, Devin Moore is there, the cornerback.
I would do this deal.
Oh, you like the trade? You would do that?
34 to 4.
Yeah, it's 6 spots.
199.
I mean, I think Devin Moore could still last 6 spots. At this point in the draft, so many random guys are selected. It's a nice risk reward. You pick up an extra pick.
Yes, and that's why I would do it, because you can get another player.
Yeah, that's a little bit of risk reward. At this spot would be all right. 4th round.
Yep. Let's accept it. See what happens. Yep, Devin Moore's still there.
Nice.
And we get another draft. A draft. I don't want this one. Going way too far back.
Yeah, probably at this point the value on the cornerback who's fallen is pretty outstanding.
Right. I agree. kid from Indiana. Oh, I would think about that. I would think about
Kalon
this
Black.
right here. I would think about this. Ooh, I would think about this. I would think about this. I would.
Yeah, he's got size. He's got RAS score. He's proven as a tandem back.
I would think about this. I would think about this.
What's our next pick coming up?
Our next pick after this.
Mm-hmm.
175.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you like any of the late round running backs more than him, or do you reckon he?
Well, not more than him, but
there are value there.
Yeah, I can go with a late round running backs.
I feel like there's probably no more cornerbacks I'd be high on.
Devin Miller.
Yeah, he's kind of the last of the bunch.
Right. I would take him in a heartbeat. You want to take him?
That's who I'd rock with. He's fallen enough to make it really good value. Oh, okay. We got that safety that you were talking about, VJ Payne.
Yes, Kansas State. Wow, he's back. Look at that roster.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good value and overlapping in need.
Wow. Yeah. Iowa edge, offensive center. We don't need. I think we need a safety. I would take him. He's got the size too, right?
Yeah.
As long as he's over 6'3", I would take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, let's rock with that.
VJ Payne.
Okay, we got some edges left.
Yeah, we can still take Drew Allen. Ha
Yeah. Oh, Jack Kelly.
Yeah,
Mason Rieger. Max Llewellyn. Some nice options.
Very nice.
Dante Corleone. We didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, we took a defensive tackle. Yeah.
We got it done.
So I would say one of the edges or a linebacker maybe.
Two edges and a linebacker. 166. I don't know if I like that one.
He's just a little light, but
Oof.
they're both going to be a little light, but probably good athletes.
Yep. Raz at 9'6".
Good length. Those guys have long arms. Like,
yeah, he's somebody I would look at here. Rieger.
yeah, pretty nice option. The positional value, those edges, they kind of stand out.
Right. I agree. They're at the top too. I don't know who the Llewellyn is. I don't know.
Yeah, he's Iowa lineman. Those generally pan out, but I would say it's a coin flip between Llewellyn and Rieger.
I would think this kid is because of the size. Pause. 6'6", 260? Yeah. What you want to do?
Yeah, let's take the guy who fell.
Yeah. Well. pitch left? Dang,
3?
we still got 3 picks. This is beautiful. Corleone sitting right there.
I like Corleone. His being a shorter guy, that gives us that leverage advantage that we kind of need for short yardage.
Yeah, why would he leave? Let's get him.
It's great value.
Las Vegas Raiders. All right. Where we at? 208.
Could pick up a running back at this point, or
Jamarian Miller? Am I thinking of the different Jamarian Miller?
yeah, that's the Alabama guy. Nice 40 time and all that, but
that's what I'm saying. Why is he so far down?
they someone I remember was complaining that he's like Zamir White. His vision isn't so great, but he has obviously nice running ability. But it's needs a good offensive line in front of him. Alabama's offensive line was pretty sketchy, so it's hard evaluation.
Still got Noah. Remember, we got Noah.
Yeah, Whittington's a guy that I would love to take with our final pick. So perhaps we pass on running back and just take him.
I agree.
Maybe a tight end. We could take Klein is still available.
Klein, I'd take him. Klein.
That's a value pick I like.
Value pick at 200. We got what, 2 or 1 more? Oh no, that's it.
Oh, okay. No running back for us. But great grade.
Yeah. Oh, great. Fabulous. And of course, it won't ever go this way.
Yeah, I think we chose a guard from Wyoming and a wide receiver from Wisconsin.
Why did that happen?
I think it must have glitched out.
Yeah, something
that
like
was not our selections.
That was not our selection at all.
That's hilarious. Well,
that is hilarious.
I guess can't go wrong with O-line depth and more wide receivers to pressure the group.
Well, we know this is what we expect to happen, meaning the Raiders, drafting. Oh, did I mess up? I messed it up. Dog it. I didn't get a snapshot. That's all right. I have to rewatch and get a snapshot. Because we are doing this again, ladies and gentlemen. Right back in June, but this time we're going to do it the way that we at first way was the way we expect to see it. Now you're about to see the way that we want to see it. So you can already imagine immediately, effectively, 4 trades. We're getting a first rounder, a second rounder. We're getting 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, and a third rounder, which is pretty good.
Yeah, the value offered, they really knocked those future picks down.
It's crazy. I can't believe they gave us a first and second next year too. That's crazy. Next year too? Next year's gonna be wild. Next year's quarterback. All right, the second from the Steelers. I don't like it. 21 and 53.
No, I reject that.
And what's the next one? The Jets. 2, 16, 30.
Yeah, that's mad value.
I'm taking this in a heartbeat, bro.
Yeah, you can't argue with that offer. That's a fair offer.
6, 24, 39, 70, and first for next year.
Yeah, let's do the Jets offer.
Jets offer you want to do over the Cleveland.
I like the future first, but it's
yeah, I like it. I like it. Jets suck. I mean, the Cleveland Browns suck.
Yeah, that'll be a good pick.
And you got 24 in this year, 6 and 24.
Yeah, that's just as lucrative as the Jets. It's a coin flip for me.
We'll reject it. We'll go. Wait, you meant Cardinals, right?
Hmm? Oh, you rejected the Browns offer.
Yes. We're going with the Jets, right?
Yeah, Jets. Accept that.
We'll accept the Jets.
Oh, wow. That's one of the better follow-up offers I've seen.
Man,
2 firsts.
This is crazy.
And a pretty nice second.
I would do this.
I would do that too.
I don't think we have a choice, man.
No, pull the trigger on that.
This is literally possible.
Oh, wow, Love fell. That's wild. Outside top 10.
Do you see what is available at 11?
Yeah, there's lots of good players. You got Maui Noah and Love. That's.
I'm rejecting this ASAP. I'm rejecting this. I'm rejecting this and pissing everybody off with my pick.
What's your pick?
I'll tell you when we reject this.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's hear it. What's the move?
Jeremiah Love, baby.
Oh, okay. That would mess the whole league up.
Dude, Jeremiah Love at 11?
That was a pretty nice value. I mean, you had him top 5. So.
The person I'm taking is the tackle from Miami. It's the only other dude I'm taking.
The tackle is projected as a guard by most. Yeah.
Is he really? I mean,
yeah.
we still need it though. So
yeah, we could use the guard, but there's other guards, later positions that likely wouldn't be too much of a drop off. Yeah, Bisontis, Pregnon, Rutledge, Dunker, all those guys are pretty solid. Ione, obviously.
Interesting.
The Maui Noah pick would be the logical pick, just as far as like maximal BPA value.
Right.
Oh,
right.
But Love would be the fun pick. But
I would pick Love. I just know that's not gonna be.
Oh, well, let's do that. Like, we'll make it a controversial selection.
You want to? I'm
yeah.
down.
Yeah, because there's other players for offensive line later on that I think are sneaky picks.
We picked the best available player, bro. That's what we just did right there. Who's the best available player? 16 to 27, I don't like it.
No.
We're going to reject that immediately. 16 to 17, I'll take
that's a take that. Yeah. That's amazing value.
Exactly. And 16 to 19 is nope.
No, that Lions one. That's a mad value.
Yeah. Now we got another one, 17 to 24, and second round pick next year. Jesus, who do they want?
I don't know.
Right? Like that's a lot of value in my opinion. Giving up a second rounder, bro, and your first rounder. Who do they want?
It's got obviously one of these tackles here.
Yeah, it's gotta be. And
they're both solid options. I think Fano kind of fits her system a little more.
I was gonna say I'm picking Fano.
The speed and the athleticism. Freeling is a solid, nice upside. He's young. Perhaps more dominant potential, but Fano fits her system day one.
Oh, Fano. Fano it is. Fano, welcome to Las Vegas. I don't like it. I don't want to go from 30 to 51. I'm rejecting that immediately. 30 to 34 in the third rounder. Wow, look who's there.
You got your quarterback right there.
I'm taking him right now.
And you get that fifth-year option, too.
Yes, bro. I'm rejected. I'm not touching this. Because that's what the Cardinals are going to do. They're going to go get Ty Simpson.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what they're going to do.
They'd be thrilled with that.
Why they're trading them. Are you kidding me? They'd be losing their mind if they could get Ty Simpson.
They should be offering more than a third to move up to do that.
I agree. Can we do that? I mean, this is realistic.
Yeah, let's take
We're
Simpson.
gonna reject this. We're gonna reject this, and we're gonna take Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson.
Oh, and I mean, we could take his wide receiver.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh wow. I don't like this trade. Reject.
I think Boston makes a lot of sense in the second round.
Yeah. I mean, how not? I mean,
I'll be honest, he's not like my favorite wide receiver in the draft, but I do think he's got an NFL body. He can
Correct.
handle the physicality of the game, low injury risk,
yes.
very solid.
I'm all on it. Denzel Boston. Welcome to Las Vegas. I don't like this bad trade. Right?
No,
Can it?
no,
Can it? Nope.
no.
87. I'm not going way back to 87.
Lots of good players on the board here.
There's way too many great players. Dude, Jacob Rodriguez? Are you serious? Whoa!
Yeah, that'd be a good pick here. Some
I
nice
would
value.
take him in a heartbeat. I would
The only-
take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, the only other guy I'd consider is the safety, but let's rock with the linebacker.
You want to do it? I would have to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Jacob Rodriguez is 30. Yeah, Jacob Rodriguez.
Oh,
Man.
there we go. Now we can take the safety.
Yes, we sure can. We don't like this trade. Don't like this trade either. Yeah, this is coming out easy, man. Right? McNeil won.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think there's a reason. Yeah, shout out to McNeil Warren. Welcome to Las Vegas, man. You are Vegas. I don't like this.
There's a guard on the board here.
Yeah,
Emmanuel
and an
Pregnon.
edge. And an edge, Parker.
Yeah,
I
Parker
like
too.
Kansas City definitely not making that trade. Nah, none of those trades make sense. So, we have a running back, a tackle, a quarterback, a wide receiver, a linebacker, and a safety.
That's
Right
that's
now,
pretty
I'm
phenomenal.
looking at it. That's insane. There's no way. There's no way. I'll take defensive tackle at this point. What are you thinking? Ooh,
Caleb Banks.
yeah.
It's
He won't
super
do it.
hard to project him.
Wow. I would take him.
What's our next pick? What number?
44.
50? Oh, 44 and then 50. I bet we could get Banks at 50.
You think so?
Yeah, he's been falling a ton because of that foot injury that popped back up in the combine.
So what do we do here?
I would take the guard or the edge, Malachi Lawrence.
Pregnon?
Either Pregnon or Lawrence. I like Lawrence a lot more over Parker.
.6'4", 253.
But I think for the sake of where this draft is going, I would go Emmanuel Pregnon. Just to
Yeah, that's what I was
shore up the line so that we give our offense the best chance to stay on
Yeah.
the field.
We're going Pregnon. Emmanuel Pregnon. All right, 50 to 82. Immediately
And then we can go
reject.
Banks here.
50 to 50. 50 to 52.
That would be all right.
I'll take
I would
this.
pull the trigger on that.
Me too. Now 52 to 61. No, thank you. Definitely no, thank you. All right. Caleb
Yeah,
Banks,
there's Banks there.
52-56. Caleb Banks. This is impossible. There's no way. There's just no way.
Oh,
67
lots
to
of good
70.
players here.
Yep.
Okay. Right off the bat, I would
Oh,
probably go
yeah.
Keontae Scott or
Dude,
Traydon Dukes.
I would go with this kid. From Georgia
Double up
State.
on wide receiver.
That Hurst at
I-
60?
I'm not against it, but I feel like that's I mean, with Boston and Hurst, those are both kind of like they'd be fighting for a lot of opportunity with our other.
I agree.
Young
You got
guys.
Bell here too. You
Yeah,
got
I like
too.
Bell. I like Hurst.
I like Hurst. I won't lie. I don't think he'll be there at this point. I don't think Hurst will be here at 60.
No, he could be a back end of the second guy.
What do you want to do?
I would go cornerback personally.
Keontae?
Yeah, Keontae Scott.
All right.
He was
Let's
their
do it.
best cornerback.
Yep, he was. Keontae Scott. Wow.
Okay.
Daryl Jackson.
Yeah, that's the dude we picked up in last one.
Yes, the last guy.
Look at that, Surratt fell too.
Yes, Surratt definitely fell. That is another nice pick. Such a terrible rat score. I wonder why. Trig.
Yeah, I like Trig.
Yeah, me too.
He's a bit controversial, but it's I think nice upside.
How about the kid from Penn State?
Yeah, that's a pick for the 3-4 defense that could make some sense. He's definitely a 3-4 defensive end.
Oh, Jesus, this would make sense. I would take him.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep, Sutton. Welcome on, kid. Welcome.
Okay.
Still got players. I mean, Trig.
I would go Trig.
Yeah, let's make it easy on myself. Shout out to Trig. Welcome on, right back on cheating. Still great players. This is crazy.
Ooh,
This
Kyle Lewis. I see Kyle Lewis is available. That's a guy who I think is going to be top 100 player.
I see Demings.
Demings is nice too.
Yeah.
Devin Moore is nice.
Yes. Jesus Christ. What do we do here? What do we have?
We've got a bit of everything at this
We
point.
are so heavy. No, we're heavy offense. We're heavy offense. We're heavy offense. What do you want to do? We're heavy offense right now. Defensive tackle. Conga.
Yeah, I'm not too big on that guy. Ottawa. Oh, that's cool.
He's small.
He's Canadian.
He's small. He is
Yeah, 300. He needs to put on more weight. I haven't seen him too much in mocks. That's interesting.
He scores, dude. Whew. This kid is scoring through the roof, man.
Louisville.
Scores are through the roof.
Yeah, that's a nice res.
That is a nice. This other
I'll have to look into him more. Conga.
Yeah, me too. What do you want to do?
I'm leaning towards Kyle Lewis or Kyle Lewis.
Lewis.
He's super versatile. He can play in the slot even.
Kyle Lewis. Welcome to the innovation. All right. Let me see. Where do we need? Dang, man, we are still. Wow. This is never gonna happen. This is never gonna happen. Nussmeyer. Jesus, this is crazy. Lewis Moore, Indiana safety. I would look at him. Oh, terrible Raz.
Chris McClellan, the defensive tackle. I think he's got some buzz.
if he's got size. He's a 4-star. Terrible rise, but let's see what his numbers aren't bad. High 8s. I would take him.
He's solid.
I would take him.
Yeah, let's do that.
Chris McClellan. Welcome to being a Raider. Wow.
The Giant. We took him at a value spot in our previous mock. He's actually gotten a ton of buzz recently. Like, been shooting up the draft board.
Numbers, bro. 9-9.
Yeah, it's just unreal. Reminds me of Trent Brown, actually. His his build.
I don't know how we don't take him.
Yeah, he did fall.
You have a tackle too.
He's I think the perfect backup tackle. Because a guy with that kind of size could step in at any point in the game and make an impact on the line.
Somebody a problem. He's gonna give somebody a problem.
Yeah.
I want to take him.
All right, let's take him. I mean, a 6'9" Giant on the team is gonna be it'll be good for the practice as well. Like Max Crosby will be in over his head.
Right. At a minimum. All right. 185.
Oh, that cornerback Dixon. He's kind of a Raider-ish kind of guy. Like, have some character issues, but really high ceiling.
Yeah. Hey, LA. He's a Raider guy. I'll take him.
Yeah, this is when you take those flyers.
Easy. Let's do it. Dixon. Perfect value spot. Yeah, this is an unreal guy. There's so many deep players in this draft. There's a lot of players in this draft, man. Where are we at?
We could probably pick up a fullback here.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, if we go to tight ends, there's a couple. Riley Nikowski is one. There's an Oklahoma guy as well somewhere.
Jaron Canuck.
Yeah, Canuck.
4-star. I like it. I'll take him. Red shirt.
Yeah.
Senior.
Take him. Yeah.
Let's do it. Connect. Las Vegas Raiders.
We're on our last pick here. We maybe running back.
Well, oh yeah, I'm definitely picking running back if it's the last pick. Yep, running back. Running back. Is he still here? Yep, Noah. Let's take him.
Yeah.
Jamarian and Noah both.
Yeah, I would go Whittington. Yeah. I think Whittington's being slept on huge.
Oh wow, got a worse grade. Wow.
Oh, it was that Rodriguez pick. They didn't like any of our. Why would they give an F to a 7th round running back? That's so wild.
Yeah.
Well,
they gave us a D from Michael.
I think we still got a fair grade though. B is fine.
Dang. I don't know, man. My feelings are a little hurt.
Well, they gave the love pick a C minus. That's pretty rough. Like considering you see him as a top 5 pick, and here he is at 11. That should be an A.
Ah, that should be an A all day. I don't know why that's a.
But I think this team would wreck. Like you have the the highly high octane offense.
Right. No, this gives us some depth for real.
With Trigg in Boston, like they're going to be giving safeties a huge problem, just running them over.
Absolutely.
Because both those guys can lower the shoulder.
I agree.
Well, that was fun, Turf.
I agree. Yes, it was, man. Yes, it was. It was absolutely a blast.
Do you think this roster whoops the other roster? What draft whoops the what draft?
Oh man, we've had so many of them. One of our very first few, I would say, was unbeatable. One of them was just unbeatable. It was just
Yeah.
unbeatable. It didn't make sense. That was such a
When you start trading back, you can just stack picks and get mad value and take BPA more easily.
right. Absolutely. All right, man. Well, I do have to run a little bit today. I've been slacking on a lot, to be honest, to say the least. But I definitely couldn't miss. I've been missing everything. I can't miss tomorrow. I gotta find a way to get back on track. But yeah, man, this was good, man. Maybe we'll do something before. Maybe we'll do something or the draft because I'm not going. I'll probably do a draft.
Okay.
I don't know what you got planned. But now that I think about it, I'm probably positively going to do a show.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick. That would be fun. We did it before. That's actually how I met Chris. Shout out to Chris. Yeah, that's how I met him.
Nice.
All right, so let's do that. We'll be good.
Sick.
Great show. Yes. Cheers. And yeah, till the next time, man. We are out. Peace.
Peace.